Hello everyone, Kid Care here from Team DmD. We are going to be discussing the 3 ban lists that happened all in the course of a week.
I think.
Go.
So first we're going to be discussing the TCG list. Now everyone's complaining about this, but I see a good point in it considering there's no actual play. And before anyone comments on it, and this idiot comments on it,
I'm not saying anything.
Online play, there is no such thing to Konami officially. They do not support it and they do not condone it against their business.
Doesn't matter, we won the ban list.
Yeah, we did. Necros and Altergeist.
Woo!
So, at the end of the day, they released things that they could. All 3 of us got stuff off the ban list we liked.
He got kind of hot for whatever it's worth.
Beast.
Yeah, I have Necros, he has Altergeist. We're good.
I'm happy.
Yo, I'll be happy when they put Ghost Kraken back to 3.
Again.
Okay, so anybody else have any input on the TCG list?
You already know my feelings. I don't want to hear them again.
Do they know your feelings?
My feelings are irrelevant to Konami, so it doesn't matter. But my feeling was they have more than enough sample size. But I understand how they work, so they can't do that.
Especially since online tournaments, they work differently than physical tournaments. The way there's no shuffling algorithm in the world that can perfectly shuffle Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck, no matter what they say.
I don't know. I think Altergeist had their time in the limelight, but I
No,
guess
they
they
didn't.
What limelight? Give me one event they won.
Fuck you.
That's
That's
right.
the event they won.
We're never gonna get monetized, I swear.
Tanahawk, whatever. Yay. She should have been unbanned years ago. And the deck is still not going to be competitive.
No, it's gonna waste 27 minutes of time set 5 pass.
Fuck yeah, baby, I'm in it.
Okay, so
forget.
now onto the most controversial of all the lists, the PPG list, which literally caused the most toxic YouTuber in the world to even rage quit while watching the stream. That would be Farfa. And I do not want any comments about that. Shut up.
So, I'll jump in on this. PPG had a good idea at heart, and initially I was super excited because I understand why PPG went ahead and did it, because nobody wants Eldritch Rocky Boys for the rest of the freaking year, dude. No one wants that. And if they say they want it, well, we have a word for people like that where I come from. It's called you're retarded.
That's not the word you want to use.
I don't care.
I like Rocky Boys.
Okay.
Retarded.
I like Rocky.
Dyed his hair blue. Retarded.
I like
Okay,
Rocky.
so here's my problem with the PPG list is the fact that there were almost no Adamantium players in it simply because Block Dragon was banned.
Oh, yeah.
So basically it was just mirror matches of True Draco Eldritch
And Mystic Mine.
and Mystic Mindburn. The only reason that True Draco Eldritch was even in the tournament because it's not actually all that good. Despite what any of you say, it's not that good. The only reason it was in there is because Scarlet Sanguine got limited to 1. If Scarlet Sanguine was at 3, no one would be playing a True Draco version of Eldritch.
Well, to be honest, for the most logical hit, Scarlet Sanguine to 1 is
Yes,
the hit to go for.
Yes, it is. But at the end of the day, you could have done the same thing by hitting Black Awakening.
True. Because Black Awakening is a spell that you can just activate.
Yeah, Scarlet Sanguine is powerful, but Black Awakening.
And plus, doesn't it also have a banish effect?
All of them do.
Well, yeah. So I'm not exactly looking at Eldritch, so I know they have banish. I don't know how many of them have it.
Okay, so the thing with I agree with experimenting on banning Halifibrax for the tournament.
It's
It's
weird.
like you said, it's weird.
Very weird.
But
It's Firewall 2.0, toxic as hell.
it's just that it's like I agree with that one. It's like let's try a digital format without it, which is what this was. I do not agree with Block Dragon being banned. I think it would be better at 1 because it would actually create more diversity. For the PPG, it was banned for the PPG because they were afraid of Adamantium or something.
Well, yeah, it's completely abusable, and to be honest, limiting it is pointless because if you look at the top Adamantium decks, they're only running 1 Block Dragon as it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so as an Adamantium player, running 3 Block Dragons in your deck is a brick. Anyone who says otherwise is wrong, and I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
Anyone who runs 3 is going to have it in your hand, and then you're not going to want to use any of your searches for it. You're not going to want to use your Union Carrier for it, and then you're going to run the piece of shit card that should be banned. The Buster Blade or dude.
Buster Whelp, the Destruction.
Yeah, Destruction, whatever. But yeah, it's getting a Ultra or Secret Rare reprinting in the Battle of Legend.
That thing should just definitely be banned. It never
So
doesn't work.
here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
Would Adamantium inclusion into the tournament with just limiting Block Dragon to 1 have created a less toxic or more toxic environment. Because at the end of the day, all we're doing is sitting there watching people going pass, 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 pass. Because they're playing, they're mirror matching of Mind Burn and they're mirror matching of Eldritch to Draco. I would actually rather watch a full turn of Adamancipator than watch that.
If the PPG wanted to really make waves, and like I said, my initial excitement died down, their list was too minimal in hindsight. Hindsight's 2020, I suck at math, but if they wanted to really make something, they should have done more. Mystic Mind should have been put on there.
At least at 1. At least 1 for Mystic
Yeah, put Mystic Mind to 1. Why? It's if you can deal with it, which most decks these days should be able to deal with that.
With 1 Mystic Mind, every deck has some sort of out to Mystic Mind.
Yeah, and with Eldritch being in the meta, people have Twin Twisters, they have the Evenlies, they have the Cosmic Cycle.
The Lightning Storms.
Everything.
It's just the fact
Typhoon, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, but Typhoon's still iffy.
Yeah.
It's just that at the end of the day, the PPG were too heavy-handed and too light-handed at the same time because like what Konami did, they don't know what's going to happen and they don't know how things are going to work and it ended up biting them in the butt.
They shotgunned it.
Yeah, I genuinely don't understand why it's like Adamancipators aren't like everywhere right now. The deck does the same thing with Block Dragon as it does without it.
It's just people were scared to play without Block Dragon, so they just didn't.
The top players in the top games, guess what they didn't use? Block Dragon. And that's not because you could search Block or you could just search anything else and just don't give a shit, right?
But for those who might be confused, the PPG ban list isn't for physical PPG events, it is for online tournament only. Yep. Should physical tournaments happen with the PPG, they will abide by Konami's ban list.
Yeah, because, I mean, PPG has been getting in trouble with Konami for years because of their outright rampant abandon to Konami standards. So, at the end of the day, they kind of have to play nice at some point. All right, so any other feedback on the PPG list?
Why put Needle at 0 when you could just put it at 1? And if they wanted to dedicate all that extra garbage.
So we have this thing called low IQ calls. It's when there's people only play one of a certain card, and limiting it would be pointless.
See, every Eldritch player that was playing it at 2, because it would get hit by a hand drop, and then all the rest of your extra deck and 25% of your main deck was worthless. So you would play it.
So Yu-Gi-Oh.
So you would summon it twice. So that way, you're playing a slow fucking deck, so you don't give a shit if you go to turn 2 or 3. Then you summon it again.
Yeah.
So Eldritch would just be fucked if you hit it with a fucking Bailey.
Yeah, I see the point in that.
It wouldn't be fucked. It would just be like,
to be honest,
I don't get to use my other things.
With Needle Fiber, I'm banning it. It's perfectly fine. I'm perfectly happy with that. I played a little bit with the card, and I'm just like, I'm sickened by it. I feel like I'm playing with Diet Firewall Dragon. And to be honest, when they banned, this is just a little bit tangent. When Summon Sorcerers got banned, I thought we were getting Halifibrax. Because the two could not coexist in the same format. Now we have something very similar, within my opinion, with Halifibrax and Link Cross.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, Link Cross is still an okay card, not an incredibly busted card. It's an okay card.
No, it's okay, but it's like when you put it in combination with Halifibrax, who brings out the tuner, then you bring out the Link Cross, and then use that.
Yeah, it's a matter of that. It's not what it does, but how it interacts with other cards, which is essentially the standards of how Yu-Gi-Oh cards end up being broken.
Correct.
So
that's about it on the PPG list, really.
And
not much
also, as a small tangent, they also included the new list for TCG, which was the unlimiting of Multi-Faker, Unicore, and Canohawk. And yet we saw none of that at the top tables, really. So
Triple Unicorn is cool.
yeah,
That's probably the most meta.
You would really only run 2, really.
Ultras.
Ultras is fine. You would only really run 2 Unicore. 3 can be bricky, but 2 is just about right the perfect number.
Hey, bringing Multi-Figure back at 3 is great because what having one Multi-Figure has done to myself and a lot of other Altergeist players, it has forced us to become. Screw Sangan, I took that out. Bye, Sangan! It allowed us to, I guess in a way, adapt, evolve, and make better plays. And now that we have 3 Multi-Faker, those better plays now become incredibly easy to pull off.
Kind of like Thunder Dragons, how banning Colossus made it sort of more, made you play the deck a bit differently to tighten out easier. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, and then now that we've got 3 of the key Ps back, it's so much easier to pull those combos off.
Okay, so moving on to the OCG list, which is probably the most interesting out of the 3, I want to say. So, effective the same day as the TCG list, June 15th, they're
Link Cross is banned.
yeah.
They've had Link Cross for months now, so it's perfectly acceptable for that.
Yeah.
Link Cross, in my opinion, is a problem boy, and we'll see problems down the road, especially with, like I said, in combination with Halofibrax.
I'm sure it will.
So if they had to choose between Link Cross or Halofibrax is the more valuable card, so they probably will go for Link Cross.
It's just, and I lost my link to it, so I need to pull it back up.
So there was, so while he's looking for that, there was only one ban and 4 or 5 semi-limits. We had, they had White Dragon Wyvern Burster.
Wyvern Burster
Yeah,
was
that's right.
is back to 2. So Black Dragon is still at 1. Wyvern Burster is at 2. So basically, you would go into white, black, white.
They Machior the Destructor.
Yeah, that got a
Errata.
That got an errata, which I hate. It's so bad. No, it's completely unplayable. It is completely unplayable, and they should have just made a new card with that same effect instead of errating him, because it's just like, okay, you hate us, whatever. And Necroface is semi-limited in OCG finally, and we have it at 3 over here, so it's like, okay, I guess they're testing the waters.
Shout
like
out
how
to the
we
Grand
do.
Maju players.
Yeah, essentially.
And the Inferno Tempest
Random
people.
Lone Fire too.
Yeah, Lone Fire to 2.
That needs a reprint.
Lone Fire?
It's at 2.
No, Inferno Tempest. Nah.
Oh, and no, Inferno Tempest doesn't need a reprint. It's had a recent reprint in OTS pack as a common.
Oh.
Yeah. So Lone
Oh,
Fire.
with Starlight Rare Inferno Tempest.
Hell no. Why?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Don't make me hit you.
You're a problem.
I want to play Inferno Tempest decks to piss off my opponent.
Then play the common ones like everybody else. Okay, but Lone Fire at 2. So did they have it at 1 before? I
Yeah,
guess.
it was
Literally
limited.
one.
That's
And I don't
weird.
know why.
Okay, wait, no. They have different plants that are unbanned that ours are banned, so that's
Yeah.
probably why.
That's whatever. I'm never running Lone Fire.
So they.
Generator.
not in generators. I'm never running Lone Fire generators.
No, it's better off running Condemned Witch with Forbidden Droplet, which is coming out
What
soon.
about
Like Gearsu's there, Gearsu's not.
Ugh.
No, I'd rather run Forbidden Witch and Condemned Witch and then Forbidden Droplets. That's my thing. But so the unlimits. So basically, no longer on the list.
Heck yeah.
Deep Sea Diva and
Heck yeah.
Draconet.
Do it to me.
Why in the world?
Do it
So
to me.
Draconet was limited or banned for the same exact reason it was used in the TCG in combination with Ib the World Chalice Justiciar.
Yeah, but do they have Ib banned over there? I can't
Yes.
remember. They do.
They banned Ib either 1 or 2 ban lists ago.
Okay.
They threw her
So
ass
I could
under
not.
the
I
bus.
could not even remember. I'm like Draconet.
Yeah, Draconet got banned because of Ib, and then Ib got banned, so they brought back Draconet.
It searches.
Deep
It
Sea.
sums out Galaxy Serpent or something, right?
Yeah.
That level 2.
Yeah, tuner.
Deep Sea Diva, Deep Sea Diva.
Yeah, so we've had Deep Sea Diva at 3 for a little while now. The past list put it at 3, so I guess they're trying to do the same thing to support the Deep Sea
Or
archetype.
Water Boy.
Yeah, at the end of the
That's
day,
not even good. It's like, I'm out here like, this thing should have been a 3 years ago.
well, Konami's scared to take things off the list. We've seen that with Book of Moon, so.
After it got dicked on, like, a
year.
year later, immediately should have been.
Like, Konami, the Forbidden Unlimited list is weird because I can't remember who said this, but Konami wants to ban as little cards as
That would
possible.
be me.
Thank you.
So, okay, so Konami's objective is to have as few cards on the list as possible.
Here comes the money.
And so not necessarily. So here's a good example. So in the OCG when Firewall was a thing, they basically banned everything around Firewall that did burn damage. And here, all we did was just ban Firewall.
Well,
Took a while to
it
figure
took
it
a while.
out.
We banned A
No,
Assault Core.
Limited A.
They limited A? Okay, they
Yeah,
limited
limited
A Assault
A.
Core. What else did they freaking limit?
They hit a lot of
They
stuff.
limited too
I
much.
can't remember. But okay, so that's just,
they hit everything.
yeah. They hit a
Let's
lot.
hit
That's why it's too
7
much.
cards.
That's why it's too much to remember.
Let's
So
hit 7 cards.
Can we bring back Ancient Fairy Dragon so I can
Not
10 fucking FAs?
Yeah.
Cameron.
We banned her
I don't
Strudel, so
think
give us
that-
Fadeaway Dragon.
I don't think it would ever happen.
I don't think I'm that.
No.
No to Strudel.
So at the end of the day, Firewall was actually a good example of that because they want to keep the list as minimal as possible, but there are just some cards that either they're too afraid to put back or they just don't know what they'll do. So and of course someone just has too many broken effects. So
That's what your instinct.
so basically, One card that is like that is Painful Choice. That card will never come back.
The card's too good.
It is a mass foolish burial that's a break even. That card can never come back. That card gets better over time.
Which card?
Painful Choice.
Oh yeah.
It's like 5 cards from your deck, and your opponent chooses one. You discard the rest into your graveyard.
Dumping a bunch of cards in the graveyard. That sounds like that one Xyz monster that was Blue Eyes' win condition.
I would
Dark
love-
Matter Dragon.
Yeah.
I would love to play Dark World in a format where I could play 3 Painful Choices.
Honestly, I don't even think Painful Choice was at 3 for long. It got limited super quick.
Yo, can we like talk about the real big issue? Can we bring back Butterfly Dagger Elmo?
See, here's the thing.
I want to play Guardians.
That card, yeah, that's the thing. Which is weird since Elma is one of the few normal summonable guardians that actually is decent. It's stupid.
Just ban Gear Free. There you go. Problem fucking solved.
No. Okay, so the problem with Butterfly Dagger Elma is the fact that it has a general recursion effect that is not even a soft once per turn.
I know, it's called Gear Free the Iron Knight.
No, that combo has never existed in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Ever. There is no topping deck list that has ever had that combo in it.
Well, I thought Gear Free was the exact reason why Butterfly Dagger Elma got banned.
It was Woodland Sprite.
God, I could go for a Sprite.
So it was, Woodland Sprite was the combo that got the axe, and I cannot recite it to you because it's been like 15 years since I've even thought about that card.
Alright, Konami, I would like to formally ask you in the nicest manner in the world.
Please bring back Toad.
No.
No. Can we please get Sylvan support that doesn't suck? Please. Can you give us like 10 cards? And I know I'm asking a lot.
You are asking a lot, considering there are a lot of other archetypes that are older than that need more support.
Yeah.
I'm an ID carrier.
Wait, you can't because they're trying to focus on actual good archetypes like you. I couldn't say that with a straight face. They're focusing on good archetypes like UA.
Well, actually, no, because
No, that's UA and FA.
okay. So let me explain that for a second because it's actually kind of clever. So you know how every time we get a TCG exclusive archetype and then Japan gets it with more support,
I hate you, Japan.
that never, and then it's released here like a set later. So
He said, I hate Japan, I'm just getting ready.
No, I'm
So-
ready. I don't give a shit. Fuck you guys.
basically that never happened with UAs. UAs never got OCG stuff and then came back here, even though they came after BA. Which I think they did.
Good on Konami for supporting Unix. Unique athletes, that's pretty cool.
Ultimate athletes, just because you're a unique athlete doesn't mean anything.
Oh.
Here's the ultimate athlete right there. There he is.
No.
Do you even know his name?
No.
Isn't that you?
Shut fucking hurt you.
Yeah, me.
Anyway.
I almost started singing the fucking RV thing because I got that
Yeah.
GX confused.
We're out of topic.
We're out of
We're
time.
off topic. We're off
Okay,
topic.
it is
Okay.
what it is.
So at the end of the day, the 3 lists we have right now
They all suck.
all do
Shut.
weird things. Actually, the TCG one I like. I actually
Yeah.
genuinely like because it provides us a date for the next list to come up. It is stopping people from biting at their nails, waiting for a list to come when there's no actual events happening, afraid to buy cards simply because they think they'll be banned.
Yep, up until August.
Yeah, so basically, this gives us a stepping stone into a list that'll happen further down the road when we actually have proper play again.
Yep, we're gonna have
So if
3.
you think that they should have banned, limited, semi-limited anything, no.
It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter how much you play on Dueling Nexus, Dueling Book, or EDO Pro, and just hate the piss out of whatever deck is dicking on you at the moment. That's it.
It's okay because now until August we're gonna get more and more money and Konami's gonna look like fucking Scrooge McDuck swimming in his
They're gonna
safe.
look like heroes when they ban something stupid.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright. So that's it. If you have your thoughts, leave them in the comments section. We don't
Thanks,
want to
man.
hear a whining. We just want to hear proper thoughts.
We
Stay
will
safe.
wash your hands, and we will see you guys next.
Wash your hands, clean your ass, and don't touch your
Okay,
face.
you just have to say that.